Hey Ben, I'm going to go over a couple things here with the cockpit. I just went through and I pulled a lot of stuff out, got my tools out, got some electronics out, and I had simulator interface that I know you wouldn't want. And I went through and vacuumed and kind of cleaned some of the crap out of here. So I want to show you a couple things about the cockpit real quick. Right here, this is the compass panel. It was keeping it back here in this avionics bay. If you're not familiar with it, has a compass in here, and the mirror here. This is one of the last things that I purchased in my hunt. This goes up here. If you're not familiar with it, up here on this panel. In there, I don't have the mirrors, but mirrors go up on top of the glare shield, and you can see with those mirrors, off this mirror, a reflection of the compass, and that's how on the DC-8 you get your compass reading. It was a big deal that I found this compass panel was actually in it. So that's up back here in this avionics bay. That's something unique to the DC-8. I want to show you, I believe on the engineer's panel, the base panel, I believe it was this base panel right here. If it is, it says so on the back of it. It says Pan Am. This is one of the 60 series DC-8s that went to Braniff. This panel came out of that DC-8. It was empty. I put stuff in it. A lot of these are actually simulator DC-8 gauges. A few gauges I found there. So anyhow, this is actually out of one of Panagra's other DC-8s. On the overhead, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the 30 series overhead. 30 series has very different engines than the later model DC-8, so the panel is very different. This is a 30 series panel that I found. It's the only one I've seen that goes up here. So this is pretty much authentic for what this DC-8 should be. That was a very big score. Back here, this is 60 series parts on this overhead. This does not belong to the 30 series DC-8. I just have it up there because I wanted to use some of these on the overhead, but the later model DC-8s use Zeus rails. The 30 model series DC-8 did not have Zeus rails. It had a panel that bolted up here and without any Zeus rails connectors. The frame, it had a frame up here for that system. Someone took that frame out. So this is just tacked up here to keep it out of the way, basically to store it. But it's not, this section is not accurate for this DC-8. And it's actually not sitting in here correctly because it doesn't quite fit. So anyhow, I was going to take, like I said, take that out and use some of the pieces that would go in the 30 series. Like these light panels were never in 30 series. I have up here on the overhead, not in here right now, but I have up here the original panel that came from here. It's cracked and needs fiberglass repair. I never got around to doing the fiberglass damage. I got a whole nother panel to go up here, but it's out of simulator and the holes don't match, so it didn't actually fit. So even though it was in better shape, I ended up not being able to use it. So I was going to take some accessories that it had that I was missing and go ahead and fiberglass the original panel and put it back up here. And this is also one of the later things I found at the end. I got these lights right here. I have, you probably saw it, the original throttle quadrant goes here. I also have another throttle quadrant, 60 series, out of a simulator. The 60 series one is different in several ways from the 30 series cockpit. One of the unique things about this DC-8 is it had the radar scopes on either side of the captain and first officer. So there's a radar to the right and a radar to the left. The throttle quadrant I have did not have a radar in the middle. Instead, it looks like it was a lower-end navigation system. And Panagra was not the only DC-8 to have this configuration. I think even some of Pan Am's first ones were this way. So later model DC-8s, of course, were not set up like that. They just had the radar on the throttle quadrant. So that's one of the unique things about the throttle quadrant that you're getting with this cockpit. And that's why the 60 model's one for the sim does not match. So anyhow, just a couple little details there. And I think that's it.